Hey everybody, it's me, Master Chul. I know I haven't been doing too much videos lately, and I'm just been really busy with work and of course kids, and I just don't have the energy. When I get off work after working 8 hours, I just want to crash, eat something, chill out, relax, and it's hard to want to do something creative and do something extracurricular, But right now I'm heading up to my friend's. He lives up in Spokane, and I thought, you know what? I got 5 hours to kill sitting in the car with nothing else to do but look at the pretty scenery, and I've made this drive many, many times. So I thought, I'm just gonna make some short videos or some videos for my channel and upload them. No special effects, nothing really going on in these videos, but maybe I'll call them the Spokane sessions or something like that, and just get some stuff off my chest, things that I wanted to talk about for a long time, and say some things that I've always wanted to say, and I've just never had the opportunity to put it out there. So I'm going to start this one out with I'm going to talk about a lady I had breakfast with just recently, and she's I don't even know where to start. I mean, where do you start? I guess you start at the beginning, right? I met her working at the Portland Costco, and back, way back in 1999. Yeah, that was a long time ago. It seems like another lifetime ago, before I had kids, before I had met the mother of my kids. I had barely broken up with the girlfriend of 7 years at that time. So a lot has happened since 1999 for sure. But let's start out with the most obvious. Her name is Virginia Rickard. Sorry if I didn't say your last name correctly, but I believe it is Rickard, right? Anyway, I don't know how old she is exactly. I know she's probably about 20 years older than me. Sorry if I messed that up too. Maybe less. Maybe like 15 years older. I'm not positive. I don't know if I've ever. I think I've asked your age at some point, but I honestly can't remember at this point. Anyway, where do I begin with Virginia? I didn't really work with her that much in the beginning. I was not a courtesy clerk, but we call him a service assistant. She was a cashier, and I don't recall too much about her in the beginning. I don't know at what point we became friends. Maybe it was at some kind of like gathering where a lot of Costco employees went, and she was there. I'm not sure what actually initiated our friendship, but at some point we became friends, and we would talk at work, and we would talk on social media like Facebook, there was an instant camaraderie there. I felt like, we could joke around, we could pal around, and it was really fun. And at some point, after, meeting the mother of my kids at that Costco, that's a different video. And then having kids, and then she was always a very part of our family, like right away she kind of became the surrogate grandma, the surrogate grandmother for our kids. From early on, she would buy outfits for our son, or, really take an interest in our family, and I really appreciated that from the very beginning, And as time went on, we started to hang out with her outside of work, and we'd go out to eat somewhere. She would send us cards, like holiday cards. She would make sure that she had birthday cards. And then I started noticing that, there were other cards. There were cards for, St. Patty's Day. There was a card for my birthday. There was a card for Chinese New Year, and And I really was like, oh, wow, okay, she didn't have to do that, right? And I really felt like she took a genuine interest and took the time and consideration to do things that mattered. You don't really find a lot of people like that anymore in the world. At least I don't feel like you do. So I was very impressed by that from early on. And fast forward, a lot of things happen in a person's life, and at some point I had broken up with the mother of my kids. This was when my first son, Sean, was a baby still. And I didn't have a car during that time. I lived very close to work. And I remember one time we went out to eat and we talked about life, and and she was still, she didn't pick a side. And that's the thing I appreciate about her, was she didn't pick a side. It wasn't about whose side she's going to pick, who's the good guy, who's the bad person. It wasn't about that for her. She was friends with me and she was friends with the mother of my kids. And she didn't pick a side, I'm sure she had feelings or opinions about the whole subject, I'm sure, but I never felt like she picked a side. And I appreciated that. She listened to me, she let me vent, and she wasn't critical. She wasn't, telling me how I should be or what I should have done. She just listened. And sometimes that's the best kind of advice. It's just somebody who's there to listen, and you have the opportunity to put things out. And I don't remember a lot of things. My memory's always been kind of bad. I'm not good at remembering names. I'm not good at remembering details or history. But I remember people's deeds. Those are the things I remember. And I don't ever forget those kind of things, And I remember she would drop me off at my apartment that day that we had gone out to eat. And this was shortly after the breakup of me and my ex. And we literally sat in the car for probably close to 2 hours in the parking lot of my apartments. We didn't get out of the car. We just sat in the car and we talked about life, about relationships, about my son and how we were going to, move on from here. And I never forgot that. I genuinely never forgot that moment. And it's something that stuck with me throughout all these years. And I appreciate that, Virginia. I do. I truly, you have no idea what that meant to me. And I needed somebody at that time, somebody who said, you know what, John, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. You're a good person. You've made some mistakes, but it's going to be okay. And you were that person for me, and I've never forgotten that. And I truly appreciate that. Fast forward a little bit, and me and my ex got back together for a short period of time. And then we ended up breaking up again. And this time it's been quite a while since, and I doubt, honestly, that would ever, we would ever get back together at this point. I mean, we've both moved on. And since then we've remained friends, me and Virginia. And we go out to eat once in a while when we're able to. We catch up on things that are going on in each other's lives. And now I have 3 kids, and she'll send them birthday cards, and she'll send them Valentine's cards. And sometimes, she will go out of her way to make sure, I get a Chinese New Year's card or a pumpkin-related magazine, And I've always appreciated this about her, that she takes the time and consideration to do things that truly make a difference. I mean, in the whole scheme of things, a card or a magazine about pumpkin recipes isn't that big of a deal, but it's the fact that she takes the time out of her busy day, out of her life, to do those things because she knows it matters to somebody else. And that's why I appreciated her. During the breakup time, after, there was several times, but when my son was still young, and I felt really depressed one day, and I texted her and I said, you know what, I really feel depressed. And I don't remember exactly what the reason was. Maybe it was because the kids were gone during a holiday and I was by myself, or I don't know what the reason was. But she said, I asked her if we could hang out. I asked her if I could be her shadow for the day because, you know, I didn't want to be at home by myself. And she said, well, I'm just running errands today. I'm not doing anything special, but, you know, you're always free to tag along. And we did. And I spent the day with her, and we went out to eat. And then she had to run errands, like she said. And she had to go house sit for her son. And I went along with her. And it wasn't exciting. It wasn't super adventurous or anything, but it was good to be out of the house. It was good to be with somebody who could help distract me from, you know, the things that were going on in my life at the time. And once again, you were there for me. Once again, you proved that you were a true friend. And I've never forgotten that. And time again, you have proven yourself to me that it's not about anything material. It's not about anything you've given me. The things you have given me are not material things. They are your time, your listening ear, your attentiveness, your words of wisdom, you know. And I think to me that means more than anything else. That, you know, somebody could give me $100,000, you know, that would be great. That's nice. But in the whole scheme of things, money is just money. You will make money, you lose money. But I don't think you ever forget things like memories and the things that people do for you, either good or bad. But certainly you want to remember all the good things that people have done for you. And I've never forgotten that, Virginia. And I want you to truly understand what your friendship has meant to me in these years. You know, and even to this day, you know. Of course, I have my children. I always have my children. You know, and I have a very few amount of friends that I would consider friends. And I definitely would consider you one of my good friends, you know. Somebody I know if I ever needed something from, I could pick up the phone and you would be there for me. And I would hope that if you ever needed something from me and I was able to do something for you, that you wouldn't hesitate to pick up the phone for me. You know, and I think, you know, why do we wait until people are gone? Why do we wait to say, you know what, I appreciate you, I respect you, I love you, thank you for all you've done for me, thank you. You know, we're always sad when people are gone, but, you know, how much do we tell them that we appreciate them when they're here? How much do we say, you know what you said the other day, what you've done for me, your actions have proven so much more valuable than anything. I think, you know, it's you look back at your life and you look at all the memories you've had and you really appreciate some of the things in your life. And for me, I really appreciate the friendship I've had with you, Virginia. And I want to say 1,000 times over, I'm glad that we've remained friends all these years. Long after I no longer work at Portland. Long after, you know, breakups and different girlfriends and life situations, that we've remained friends. And I value that friendship. And I hope, you know, you're able to retire soon and enjoy your life. You know, when you tell me things about your life and things that are going on and the, you know, it's not just somebody, a coworker or somebody, you know, you don't really consider. I consider you family, or at least bare minimum a very, very good friend, you know. And I feel you deserve a lot more than what you have, and you deserve to be happy. And I hope you are able to retire soon and do some things that you want to do, you know, go out and live your life. You know, you deserve it, Virginia. And I just wanted to put that out there and say thank you. I truly appreciate all the things you have done for me. And one day I hope, you know, if I become big and famous or something, maybe I could do something for you. Maybe. Alrighty. I'll catch you guys next time.